Welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
What's up, movie fans, and welcome back to Screen Hollywood. I'm your host, Adam. If you're new here, join the Hollywood family and hit the like, subscribe, notification, and hype button, and bookmark our international news site at screenhollywood.com. The war is over. The Queen has abdicated the throne. The reign has ended. After 14 long, divisive, and often heartbreaking years, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as the president of Lucasfilm. For a massive portion of the Star Wars fanbase, the millions of us who have felt lost, ignored, and betrayed for over a decade, this is the moment. This is the victory. This is the news that finally brings a new hope to a galaxy that has been shrouded in darkness. But this isn't just a simple resignation. Oh no. This is a story of a corporate empire in crisis, a fan base that fundamentally gave up, and a final, shocking move from Kennedy herself that might just be the Hail Mary pass that saves the entire franchise from the abyss she helped dig. So today, we are going to go deep. We're not just reporting the news. We're giving you the analysis, the predictions, and the insider take on what this really means for the future of Star Wars. Buckle up, because the Force is about to be shaken to its very core. Let's not mince words here. Kathleen Kennedy's departure is bigger than anyone realizes, but it's been a long time coming. And we have to be brutally honest about why. For years, the die-hard fans, the people who built this franchise, who lived and breathed this lore, have been screaming from the rooftops that she was killing it. And she was. Under her leadership, the franchise we loved was deconstructed piece by piece and reassembled into a woke DEI mess that seemed more interested in delivering political messages than telling a compelling story. The result? A mass exodus. A loyal, multi-generational fan base simply turned its back on the whole thing. Theaters saw diminishing returns, Disney Plus subscriptions were questioned, and the passion that once united millions began to curdle into apathy and anger. And who can blame them? Look at the evidence. We had The Last Jedi, a film that took our greatest hero, Luke Skywalker, and systematically assassinated his character, turning him into a cynical, defeated hermit who tossed his father's lightsaber over his shoulder like a piece of trash. We had the absolute train wreck of The Rise of Skywalker, a film so disjointed and creatively bankrupt that it felt like it was written by a committee that hated the previous movie. We had the first ever Star Wars box office bomb in Solo. And more recently, we've had shows like The Acolyte, which seemed more focused on ticking ideological boxes than respecting the established lore of the Jedi and the Sith. The core problem was a fundamental misunderstanding, or perhaps a willful ignorance, of what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And our sources have confirmed what many of us suspected all along. Kennedy's politics plunged the franchise into its darkest abyss. Disney is furious. We're talking about billions, with a B, in lost potential revenue over the last decade. They bought the most beloved IP on the planet and watched as its cultural cachet was set on fire. They need to make that money back, and they need to do it fast. This isn't just a creative decision, it's a financial emergency. So, Kennedy is out. But here's the twist. In her final move, she has announced the one thing that could save it all. A new, live-action film trilogy set in the era of the Old Republic. And here's the insider info you won't get anywhere else. An insider has told us at Screen Hollywood that this isn't just a desperate Hail Mary, it's the first step in a meticulously planned course correction. We're hearing that once Dave Filoni, one of the few creators who has consistently understood the assignment, officially takes the reins, the new leadership team is going to build on this foundation and execute a complete reversal. Our source says they are scrapping the woke stories. They are ending the obsession with unnecessary DEI. They are going to stop deconstructing our heroes, and they are finally going to give the fans what we have been shouting for over 14 years. They are going back to the Star Wars everyone loves. And the Old Republic is the perfect battlefield for this comeback. For those who don't know, This is the holy grail of Star Wars lore. It's set thousands of years before the Skywalkers. We're talking about a time of legends, of epic wars between thousands of Jedi and thousands of Sith. Lucasfilm has oceans of options, endless stories from the expanded universe, what we now call legends, to draw from. They can finally take the franchise in the darker, more mature direction that the fans have been begging for, using the formula that has always worked: epic heroes, terrifying villains, and galactic stakes. And personally, if they're taking requests, I know what I want to see. I want them to give me a Darth Malgus movie. For my money, Malgus is the most formidable Sith Lord in the entire lore. He's my favorite character, a total boss. This is a former Jedi who fell to the dark side, betrayed his master, and returned with a cybernetic jaw and an iron grip on the galaxy. This guy would eat Darth Vader for breakfast. Vader was a conflicted man, a tragedy. Malgus is pure, unadulterated ambition and power. He is an absolute powerhouse, and he is the kind of terrifying, complex villain that could anchor an entire trilogy. Now, the creative side is one thing, but how do they win back the trust? How do they convince a fan base that has fundamentally given up to come back? Well, here's the other big piece of news we're hearing. Disney has been watching. They've been analyzing public data, and they are absolutely delighted with the global excitement being generated online by the marketing for the movie Doomsday. They are seeing how a smart, bold, viral marketing campaign that respects the audience can generate massive hype and goodwill. And our sources say they are going to use that exact same structured approach for this new Star Wars trilogy. But they are going to make it even bigger, bolder. Just like with Doomsday, they know they have to pull out all the stops. They can't just release a trailer and expect us to show up. They have to earn our trust back. This announcement, this dream team of Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and James Mangold, this is the first shot in that new campaign. It's a message. It's an olive branch. It's them saying, "We hear you. We were wrong. We're coming home." And I truly believe this. I believe that if Disney wants true, unconditional forgiveness from the global fan base, there is only one way to bring back every single fan they lost. They need to make the old Republic, and they need to do it right. If the characters are given justice, if the lore is respected, if the script is excellent, this wouldn't just be a successful trilogy. It would be, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest grossing trilogy of all time. It would unite the fandom and restore Star Wars to its rightful place at the absolute pinnacle of pop culture. The Kennedy era is over. The great deconstruction is finished. Now, the great reconstruction begins. We will have to wait and see what happens, but for the first time in a very, very long time, I am filled with hope for the future of the galaxy. The team here at Screen Hollywood is following these developments closer than anyone, so make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell on, because you will not want to miss a single update on this story. This is going to be a wild ride. See you in the next one!